Certona is just expanding its presence in the European market. We have a very strong partner network with SLI and Responsys being two of our key partners. So we want to really demonstrate to the UK market that we're here, we're a credible technology provider in terms of personalization, which is a very hot topic this year. And so we put this event on for retailers to give them the benefit of our joint experience.
We're learning about personalisation and why it's relevant to retailers today. The key is to offer the right message to customers at the right time with the right message so that they buy from you and come back again.
Retail, as we know it, no longer exists. So there is a third wave of retail, which is all about creating a new compelling offer for clients. It's using all the channels that are available. It's making your brand appealing to people. And it's about differentiating yourself from the competition and knowing that the competition is not what it used to be. It's not the store next to you. It's any retailer around the world who wants to compete in your marketplace. So my piece really was about how the industry is transforming as a whole. And then the individual speakers have been talking about elements that allow people to create a better offer for their clients.
When you talk to people about personalisation, it can mean so many different things, and I think even in the short space since we started today, we've heard lots of different perspectives on that already. It's not simply that building a relationship is a good thing per se, but it's actually a business critical thing. You only have to look at the high street and the absence of retailers like Jessop's, like Woolworths back in the day, and you look at the success of companies like Apple, when it speaks volumes about how, whilst price and customer experience is a really important thing, is customer relationship and relationship marketing that's absolutely core and has got to be the basis of any strategy, whether it's merchandising or marketing.
Basically, don't fear personalization, be prepared for it. I think a lot of times it's overwhelming when you look at the omni-channel view of your consumer, but if you break it down into buckets, palatable buckets for implementation purposes, and being able to leverage and drive personalization through just things you can grasp and measure, I think that would be the key takeaway is don't be scared of it. Just embrace it and take it at your own pace.
I think the key points was just to share that basically we're all facing difficult economies, and we are interacting in a VUCA world, which is not easy. As brand and retailer, we always need to challenge and adapt ourselves just to make sure that we can sustain globally. So the approach was just to share about how this could be seen through personalization, because personalization, I believe, can be a response for the brands to sustain in the future.
I guess it's about personalizing the experience for shoppers. So shoppers they're seeing products in context, and in context of their own behavior and what the retailers learnt about them, and also when they're searching, to give them relevant results and high converting relevant results, and to help retailers expand that search segment so that more of their visitors convert at twice the rate. Events like this are really helpful because we get to meet retailers in a non-sales environment, and the conversation is usually more relaxed, so we would learn more than we would in a sales environment as vendors.
Because this is quite an intimate venue, I think there's more scope to ask questions and interact with the speakers, whereas when you're sometimes in a larger setting, you don't get heard as much. So this is really good for asking questions and getting the answers that you really want.
My company is involved in one of the sales campaigns of Certona, so very interested in web personalization, and very interested to actually get a sense of retailers, technology providers and consultancy firms in that space. So it was a bit of a learning curve for me, coming more from a financial services background. It was very educational and informative to learn a bit more about retails and key objectives in that space.
One of the key points for me was learning a bit more about search and making that even more specialized for our customers. We do have a lot of customers that know what they're looking for, and while it might be a smaller base of our customers that do search because it's such a specialized product, and the price levels are very specialized as well, the customers that do that are good converting customers, so we need to look into using search even more efficiently.
Well, for me, today is about meeting, I guess, a fantastic group of both retailers and also, I guess, suppliers to the industry, and understanding what both sides see as personalization. So what is personalization and what is important where personalization is concerned to them and their industries. So I guess that's, for me, is the number one thing that I'm looking for. And number two is also to get the, I guess, what's current and what's interesting and what's progressive in the personalization space, so that when I'm speaking to my customers, I can give them the most up-to-date information and also engage them in a way that's going to make them think or make them understand that I'm a thought leader in this particular space.
I think it's been really good. There seems to be really good feedback, and the speakers were very informative. They answered all the questions, so yeah, really good.
I think it went very well. We had a very good turnout from some very well-known high street retailers who asked some very interesting questions. The content was very broad-ranging, and it looks like most of the people stuck around to the end, which is always a good thing. Maybe it was the drinks that we're about to have, but it's been a very good day, so we're very pleased.